This is Acceptable Vices for October 16th, 2015. Tonight, crab people, crab people. Hey everyone, this is Acceptable Vices. No, your ears are not deceiving you. We are doing Acceptable Vices for a second week in a row. We had some topics for this week for Friday Night Party Line, but, well, it was going to be just me, Churba. Yeah, everyone died. It was a horrible accident. 3 Mile Island, but 3 times worse and just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Which resulted with just this, just us, which is me, Churba, and Skojo. Hey, Skojo.
Hey.
And while Skojo is definitely more educated about the political process than both me and Churba, me because... and Churba because it's not his country, not his problem.
No one wants to hear my opinion for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, it would be kind of a...
about the debate. It's just that, you know, I'm saving most of them for when we talk about them next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So while we cobble together the pieces of our past panelists together for next week, we thought we'd fill up some time, give you guys some fun little content with some crab people, which is surprisingly some of our more popular episodes. I found that the less structured the episodes are, the happier the audience is. It's like Geek Nights, well, when they do their food episodes.
No, it's like Dave and Joel when Dave and Joel just Dave and Joel.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they've had a structure in like 11 years, which is pretty impressive considering they've only been going for 10.
Speaking of, Geek Nights is it's almost at its 10-year, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, it's actually a lot of podcasts, not just Geek Nights, because I realized that like the political gab fest that I listen to is also going on their 10th year, and I think that's because they all started during the podcast boom. So it was that 6 month window that everybody thought podcasts were the best things, and these are like the few podcasts that survived the whole time. Also,
when the hell did Friday
We
Night
survived
Party
the
Line?
nuclear winter by going underground, so far underground that we couldn't actually get an episode out for 2 fucking years.
Well, it looks like I think. When the hell did Friday Night Party Line start?
That's a good question.
That is a very good question.
A long time ago.
A long, long time ago. Let's see.
I will say one thing about the fucking debate is that Bernie Sanders people have been creeping me the fuck out the last couple of days.
Oh yeah?
They have been turning into Ron Paul campaign 2012 supporters, and it's kind of weird.
I mean, we're not talking about the debate. We'll just talk about politics for a second. But yes, that is what I mean. I can't. It's just. I have so many friends. Like, I never realized how liberal my friends are until I realized how I must have the 20% of the Bernie Sanders supporters are all of my friends.
Oh, don't worry. I think I've got the other 20.
And they're always falling. The problem I hate is I'm perfectly fine with Bernie Sanders. I have no problem. But if you're going to make an argument supporting Bernie Sanders, don't make the same logical fallacies that the Republicans make constantly about their under-supported candidates. Like, this internet poll put us at, Bernie Sanders at 70%.
I've been fucking trying to explain to people what those polls are for, because they're like, hey, but he won this poll, why didn't they say he won the debate? I'm like, because it's a completely open internet poll. Let me tell you, with someone in the media, we use them for fucking nothing. You might as well vote up your own ass, because there is fucking
Somebody did
that.
make the, they put Bernie Sanders in the Ron Paul It's Happening GIF, and that's...
Oh, yes. I'm going to have to go find that.
Last I saw it was on Fark.
Oh, the dark place.
Oh, also, like, fucking, the Bernie Sanders supporters are petitioning the White House to investigate CNN for purposeful public deception.
No, so they're So again, this is all not actually talking about the debate, but talking about the roundabout aspects. They believe that CNN wants Hillary Clinton to win, whereas if anybody really thought about it, they want a close race. Like, because a close race gets people to watch. And you know what? If you watched that debate anyway, you know, like the moderator, Anderson Cooper, did a really good job. But anyway, stop talking about the debate. Ah!
So I went
Actually,
and dug
no,
back
I've-
into the
I've got one
I
more
dug
thing.
into the Friday Night Party Line archives, and episode 1 was published on March 25th, 2006.
Hey!
2006.
So we are 2006. So this coming March, even though there's like a 2-year gap in there somewhere,
Doesn't
Friday
matter.
Night
Doesn't matter.
will be 10 years old. Ah!
Oh, we're joining the Cosineti. I have no idea if that's actually a word, but it sounds good, so I'm going to keep it.
I remember, you know what? I remember, like way back in like 2008. I emailed Thade. I'm like, hey Thade, can I be on Friday Night Party Line? Me, and my wee teenager. I think it was like 17 at the
Oh
time.
my
He's
God.
like, no. Yeah, I know. And he says, no, no. He says, well, you seem like a smart kid, but I have a policy that can't have anybody under 18 on the show.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, I'm running this ship now. Straight into
I
the
don't think I actually
ground.
know anyone who is under 18 who isn't basically an infant.
Oh, I know. They all seem so young now.
No, I
says
mean,
under-
like,
it says
they are
under 30
literally
-year-olds.
a very small child.
You're not even making
As-
some joke about being old.
Yeah, there's no joke about being old here. I'm not saying that, like, I was a conscious being when these people were in diapers. I mean, these people are literally in diapers. They have not mastered the art of pooping.
Oh, they have. They haven't mastered the art of.
They haven't mastered the art of not pooping.
Yeah, not pooping is a really important part.
Children are fucking weird, man.
Oh, I know. I mean, geez, you know.
Kids.
So
You love them. Kids, you love them, but you hate them.
The weird thing is, though, on the odd occasion I smoke nowadays, like, if I see a kid crossing the street, like, across the road from me, I'll palm my cigarette so that they can't see it. I'm just like, I'm just going to destroy my body, but I'm going to be a good influence.
you're like, I want to destroy my own body, but I don't want to show the next generation that this is what they should do.
Exactly.
I want to fill my body with smoke, but no, the kids, they shouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. Don't smoke, kids. I'm horrible.
Despite the fact that for a time, despite the fact that for a time, although I don't know, did you ever hear back from that vape company?
Yeah, I did. They sent me a box. They're probably actually waiting for me to review things. I just haven't actually brought it up on the show.
So at some point, at one point, like this, I think they first made contact, like I think maybe 6 months, maybe almost a year ago. We got approached for a potential. We got approached to get some review units from a vape company that's maybe 20 minutes from me physically, but I don't vape, and I don't know if Nelson ever got his sample kit. So
I don't think he ever even submitted his flavor profile thing.
Flavor profile.
yeah. So yeah, that was the thing. So okay, well you and I'll have to talk after the show to figure out when we're doing that, since they did send you the thing.
Yes, exactly. We will not show the people how the sausage is made for once.
So I have been. So I found out today that apparently, because the whole drone thing all the newspapers have been like, oh, how is the FCC gonna how is the FAA gonna deal with all the drones that people are going to be buying for each other on Christmas and holiday season? And I guess we just found out, though apparently it's going through the Department of Transportation for some reason, that people are going to have to register their drones. I don't know how this is going to work.
Yeah, I didn't read about that yet.
Yeah. Apparently, the U.S. is going to make all consumers register their drone purchases with the Department of Transportation. I don't know how that really...
Does that count like remote controlled like airplanes and stuff? I mean, don't they?
That's the thing that everybody's been like wanting to know, and the FAA is like a solid year behind when they're supposed to specify this thing, because we've had remote controlled planes flying far and away outside of the whole line of sighting that the FAA wants, and now it's suddenly an issue.
Yeah, I mean, it just becomes a drone when it has a video camera on it that lets you see further.
Right, but we've had RC planes with video cameras on them before. We've had that. There's this. I don't want to say there's a thriving community, because any community that can fit within a small convention center I don't think really counts as thriving. But we've had this for ages. I think it's more the case now that they're just the fact that they've become so easy for people to fly, that barrier of entry's gone, that now they're like, oh shit, they're gonna have a lot of flying things in the sky.
I think there's also the point that with an RC plane, if you get out of radio receiver range, it's pretty much just going to either be lost forever and crash, or crash immediately. Drones, on the other hand, have a station-keeping mode. They will just stay, or they will fly back autonomously to their GPS home until they come back in signal.
Yeah, I've seen RC planes with return to home feature built in.
Yeah, but do they become drones then at that point? Probably might be the.
Actually, that's not a bad point, because I suppose at that point they do have the same autonomous features.
Yeah. They'll take your orders as long as you're within earshot, but once you get out of earshot, they'll be like, "Oh, I gotta go home."
So is that how your date went, Vic?
No, my date went spectacularly, and we have another date this Saturday. Thank you very much.
Excellent.
So, yes.
Oh, there's articles that actually talk about this. Drone versus radio-controlled aircraft. Hey, look at the differences between the two.
Mm-hmm. I'm on the verge looking at an article about the new announcement, and there's another article on the side that says, you could own a street-legal version of the Little Tykes car.
Could I?
You could.
This is a hell of a lot better than what I was doing, because what I was doing was just looking at Reddit being yelled at by Bernie Sanders people.
Oh my god.
The dream car of your childhood can now be the dream car of your adulthood. A giant street-legal version of Little Tyke's red and yellow car is currently one of a kind.
Holy shit! It's
You're
better than I imagined.
No glass. An engine, so you don't have to walk it around, and it should be easy to spot in a parking lot.
That is, I have one of those in my backyard right now.
The little
for
one,
the
I assume.
yeah,
for
the little version. Yeah.
Oh man, I love that. There are the decal sets that make smart cars look like that, but I like the idea of an actual Little Tykes car that's adult size and goes 70 miles an hour.
Oh my god.
Why is it got a steering wheel out of a fucking Hyundai?
It's awesome. You know what buttons this hit? This hits all the same buttons of like adult-sized big wheel tricycles.
I'd roll in one of those.
Big wheel tricycles or the little tykes?
Both.
Well, as long as you had a
Yeah.
massive big wheel tricycle with a fucking motor in it. I hate pedaling.
Oh man, I had so many like big wheels when I was little because my dad
Oh,
would go
man.
through the trash, like he would just go by like the yards of people getting rid of them, and he'd just pick them up, and they'd be broken, and he would just like fix them. So I'd have all these like mutant big wheel vehicles with like different wheels on them and stuff like that. It was pretty great.
Nice. Oh man, I gotta. If only I could afford a giant little Tykes car. I
You hit the big time when you can afford your own little
when you-
Tykes car.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You know what it is? I mean, when it comes to evaluating whether or not I would, I'm saying I would buy the car. But you always have to have that moment of evaluation where you ask yourself that one important question that actually determines whether or not you would buy anything. And for me, when it comes to cars, the question is, would I take a date in this car? And the answer for this is invariably no.
I'd take your date in that car. Just get a chauffeured fucking whatever the fuck those things are called.
I have
Giant
no idea what you're
child
talking about.
car.
What? What?
Imagine if you could get one of those cars, the like adult-sized little person car, and have it
Little bike
chauffeured
car?
everywhere, but like a dude in the full peaked cap and suit and everything else.
Can you imagine like a stretched limo version of this?
Oh god, yes, that'd be amazing.
I think it would officially unseat the stretch Hummer as the most gaudy limo available.
Oh no, even better. Combine that with Immortan Joe's fucking giant multi-Cadillac machine. That I've forgotten the name of, which is a bit unusual because I can remember everything else.
Oh, you know what it needs? It needs a giant red like rider wagon.
Yes.
That's like a back piece.
a radio flyer
Yeah, radio
being
flyer,
towed
whatever,
behind
yeah.
it.
Exactly, that'd be great.
Gigahorse, that's its friggin' name.
Gigahorse, yeah.
Gigahorse.
Gigahorse. Oh, Nintendo's next handheld is going to be a handheld hybrid. Isn't that what its current one is?
Pretty much.
Where's that article at?
I don't know, Facebook. It's on Kotaku.
Kotaku.
Kotaku. I'll post it.
Yes,
Don't worry.
Also, has Nintendo released anything that anyone gave a shit about in like the last 12 months?
Mario Maker? Mario Maker came out, right? People are flipping.
Technically.
No, it's not technically. I'm pretty sure it really did come out.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
I
but
just owned you on that one. Oh.
I don't know if I don't really know if I think Mario Maker's a game.
Oh, you don't consider it a game?
I don't think it's a game.
Are you gonna make some sort of
Something-
Ruben-esque?
Something ortho game, something video game.
It's just
That's
to
all I
me,
got
it
here.
seems like, to me, Mario Maker is about as much of a game as Lego is a game. Not saying
Well,
it's
I know,
not
yeah, but-
fun.
Yeah, but
Not
it's
saying it's
game
not
in the fact-
entertaining.
Yeah, but I mean, people make levels and then you play their levels. How is that not a game? You don't have to build it; just build the whole time.
That's
You can
like
just
saying
play.
that's like saying the Unity engine, development thing is a game.
Yeah, but you're literally playing with just Mario parts.
Is it the limitation of the Mario stuff that makes it a game?
It makes it a Mario game, yeah, probably, right? I mean,
I don't think it's. I'm
there's all the
not sure
components.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
Don't you have to play it for a long time to even get the parts to build like levels?
Sort
I think
of.
you have to.
What
I think
you
you
can
have
do-
to build for a long time to be able to get more parts.
And on top
Not
of that, I
quite.
think
What you can do is you can just like place blocks randomly until it says, "Oh, there's a delivery coming tomorrow." At which point you just step out, set your system time forward, pick up the delivery, then set it back. And apparently you can get all of the blocks within about 45 minutes that way.
Yep.
Let's see, what has come out that would be notable? Oh, and that Splatoon game came out in the last 12 months,
Oh
right?
yeah, there is
And Splatoon does exist.
Oh man, I'm just totally owning your arguments.
I think you misunderstand the nature of a Crab People episode, Scojo. There are no arguments.
Maybe you should petition the White House to fucking investigate me then.
Yeah, there you go.
Shouldn't we have to petition the Australian government to investigate you?
It'll do about as much.
Churba. I know how we can get you to the U.S. I'll petition the Australian government to extradite you here for a formal investigation of your conduct on whatever, something. And then you'll just...
If that actually worked, that would be amazing.
They'll send you... They'll put you on a plane over here, and you'll be in like the mere formality handcuffs, and then you get over here and unlock you. And yeah, the investigation concluded. He's fine, and then we'll secret you away in like in a black GMC Yukon or something and make it look all good.
Jesus.
Crap people.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Also, I'm now just looking at random shit on the Mad Max wiki.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening here.
So
my monitor died, and now I have this gaping... Yeah, the monitor I typically use to do all the editing of videos on, it died, and that monitor that you're looking at right now is what I do the video preview on, because it's actually color correct. So now I have this big-ass... Oh, the camera's going this way. Okay, so now I have this big-ass hole where that monitor used to be, and I need to find a place to... I need to figure out what I'm going to put in there, because right now that mess is everything that was on top of, like, this whole area here. I just sort of
why don't you clean up that mess a little bit?
Well, obviously I'm going to clean up that mess a little bit. The question is, what am I going to be putting in that now extremely unutilized bit of desktop real estate?
Shelves, apparently.
I don't know. I have plenty of shelves. Yeah, sure. If I had another monitor, this wouldn't be an issue. Actually, I did have another monitor, but I took it out of my closet, and it wouldn't turn on.
Oh, no?
Yeah. So, I had a backup, and then I didn't.
Actually, speaking of which, I should probably cruise over to Big Dave's place and see if he's fixed up my spare monitor yet, because I'm still running on this weird, 4x3 monitor that I've got from when my last one blew up. I've been running on a backup for 6 months. It's ridiculous.
Is Big Dave the name of an actual person, or is it like a store?
No, it's the name of an actual person.
Okay.
He works at a store, but...
Yeah, because we have a Dave's appliance, store and repair shop here. So it's called Dave's.
Good God.
So I don't know. So I didn't know if Big Dave's was just a person, or the name of some sort of expanded version of the Dave's store we have here.
At least we have the good sense to confine our fucking people-named stores to being the really crappy ones, Crazy Clark's, or... Wait, JV Hi-Fi is not a person. What's the other one? Hardly Normals. Harvey Norman, that's it.
What was the name of that store in Australia that's basically a dick joke?
Dick Smith?
No. It was a lot more obvious than that.
Yeah, I got nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. If you find it, do tell me.
Maybe it was a New Zealand store.
Might have been.
Defiance is canceled. I actually like that show a little bit. Kind of got crappy as it went on. It was one of those. It was a sci-fi show that they made a video game MMO for at the same time. It kind of had everything going. The game's actually kind of interesting because it's not it's like kind of a third-person shooter in a lot of ways. So it's an MMO. So it was okay. I never really got into it, but I didn't like not enjoy it when I played. It was just the show was uneven. But anytime sci-fi dies, I get a little sad. Especially when it's on Sci-Fi Channel, which, increasingly doesn't have any sci-fi on it worth watching.
Also, speaking of sci-fi with video games, the fucking goddamn it, Firefly MMO is still trucking along.
Yeah, when's that coming out?
Dunno. All I know is I keep getting news updates from the team who are working on it through Cortex, so they've had the actors in to record lines, so they've got to be, I don't know, spending money on it somewhere.
That's one of those games where I really never expected to come out. They'll probably just they'll release like a soundboard for all the stuff they record it. Like what else?
I'm actually getting ready to do a similar thing.
For what?
So before I took over Friday Night Party Line, I was. Do you guys remember there was that you remember how huge My Little Pony was a few years ago?
Wait, what was My Little Pony? I don't remember.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So so there was this this game dev team that wanted to do a My Little Pony it was a dating sim. That's what it was. It was a My Little Pony dating sim, and then it turned into something different, and now it's some sort of I don't know. I don't even know what they're doing anymore. But I thought, okay, My Little Pony community exploding, right? I want to get in on this, and if I know one thing is that a dating sim gets a lot of people, interested in a work. So I'm like, hey guys, why don't I do?
I would have used.
Gets a lot of people excited. How about that? So I'm like, hey guys, if you guys want to do a real professional kind of visual novel thing, why don't you get voice actors? And hey, I'll handle all of that for you guys, So they started sending me scripts which were poorly written because one of the people writing the script learned English as a third language. It's not his first language. I think he was a Danish programmer. Yeah, anyway, so the scripts were kind of poor quality. I ended up having to fix a whole bunch of it, and I ended up recording a lot of voice acting from these people who are really, there was one person in the community that everybody knew did a great Twilight, and then another one that did a great Luna and Rarity, and I got all these high-profile people in the community do the voice acting, submit the stuff into it, and then at one point the script just started. They kept on changing the script and changing the premise of the game. Oh, can you have these lines re-recorded? At one point I was just, you know what, fuck you guys. I'm not making these people do this over and over again because you guys can't nail down the script. So I'm sitting on about 3 gigabytes of really high quality voice acting, and I'm getting ready to release it all. So,
is the game project still going, or are they still deciding on scripts?
It is technically still going, but let me put it this way: the only person on the team that was on the team when I was helping out is that same programmer who. And I think the only reason he actually wields power is because he owns the domain name. So he's the only person on that's still on the team, and I think the game has been. I don't know. Let me see. What was that called? Here we go. Gentle Colts Productions. Horrible name. Horrible.
Yeah, that sounds a bit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gentle Colt. I'm sorry, it's Gentle Colt Collaborations.
Can I tell you that I'm really happy that everybody's moved on to Steven Universe and Rick
I
and
am
Morty?
so happy. So
Like
happy.
now,
Yeah.
now I don't have to feel slightly, weird as I try to explain to some like 60-year-old what cartoon my friends are into.
Yeah. So here's here's the link, and you guys
Oh
can
my God!
look
I don't
at
know if I
that.
want to click on that. You sure that's
It's
not something else?
it is entirely safe for work, and the last website update was in July of 2014, and
I am, just to tell you the truth though, I am looking forward to watching My Little Pony: Friendship and Magic with my daughter when she's the appropriate age.
yeah.
Because I have not watched beyond like the first half of the first season, so I will wait. I'll get to it. I'm sure like it'll be funny. Like 4 years from now, I'll suddenly be like, "Hey guys, wow, this My Little Pony thing's really great," and everybody
Like,
will be
where
like,
were you in
"Oh, okay."
2010?
I'll be like, "I'm sorry."
There's a thing here. There's a thing on the top left of the page that says pony amnesia. All I
Yeah.
can think of is like just ponies combined with that amnesia horror game.
Wait, what the hell, Pony? Why does he? Why does he?
That's what. Apparently that's the name of the game now.
Oh, Love and Mysteries.
Oh wait. Please tell me.
Wait,
they're
I
not
would like
using
to note. I would
amnesia
like to
as
note that you say it's active, but the last update they did was July
I
30th.
just said that.
Oh, okay.
I literally just said that.
I wasn't paying attention.
Let's see what the About the Game page says.
Let's see
Oh,
what
yeah,
the forums. Hey, what's been said on the forums? Oh, look, there's been news from October 6, 2015.
I wonder if they're
It's
using
holy
vanilla.
crap! It's in Russian.
What, the forum or the game?
The forum. If you go in.
forum.
Oh, it's because they're getting spam probably by Gold Farmer. I think these are like Russian spam forums.
Well, they're using
But no one's-
PHPBB,
No,
so
yeah,
they
but
deserve.
but the funny part is no one. They've been getting hit since July, and no one has gone and bothered to delete those posts.
Oh my God! The theme isn't even loading correctly. It's just the website's so broken.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I think
crap.
that's a dead. It's probably it's pretty dead. It looks dead.
Jesus.
Maybe they're working on a Steven Universe game now.
Oh, I hope not. If I ever have to hear anything from Emil, like Emil is the programmer. If I
Yeah.
ever have to talk to that individual again, I know.
Yeah,
In fact, I don't even know why he's still a contact on my Skype. I'm gonna go get rid of that right now.
I think that's not necessarily necessary, but okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He isn't. I blocked him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, maybe not airing. No, maybe not being like that on the show. Be a good idea.
Nah.
Tad unprofessional, old chap. You know.
Hey, let's all talk
maybe.
about people we don't like in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
like
true.
Scott. Oh.
Uh,
Oh man. I won't tell that story. I was like, oh, that would violate what I just said.
uh-huh.
Oh, there's plenty of embarrassing stories I can tell. They're just mostly about myself.
Yeah. So Cherba, have you looked in the spam filter recently?
Oh my god.
Not recently, no.
I got one.
I've-
I got one actually that actually made
what?
it through and got to my email.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Let's see here. I got hi Victor. I hope this doesn't come across as spammy. That's not my intention. I couldn't find an email address on your site. Bullshit. It's there. Just curious, what's your current podcast editing process? Are you interested in saving yourself time by outsourcing editing? We at company name I'm not going to say are the fastest podcast production and transcription service available online, and it's just like all of this over and over and over again, like $249 a month.
Nice.
What?
Or you could go to like freelancer websites and just get the whole thing done by some bruv in India who'll do it for like $5
Yeah, basically.
and do a really good job too because they are seriously pro.
Mm-hmm. They just get paid like shit. But,
I know people who have
Oh.
like edited entire books that way just by farming it out to people like in India and places like that on freelancing websites.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's
Oh.
a really good thing. Apparently, it's really good. You know?
Isn't there like some
hang
site
on,
where
my
you
cat
can get...
wants
oh.
out.
Oh, okay. Isn't there some like site where you can get people to do like micro jobs? So like you put out like a job and say like, oh, I want somebody to like proofread this document for like $1, and like anybody can just like jump on and like take the dollar to proofread or.
Yeah, I think like Elancer or something like
Yeah,
that
there's
is
like
one
some ridiculous one where you do like a bunch of like questions, you get like a penny or something, and these people just sit there all day and they make like $5 or something.
Oh, yeah, I tried doing that in college. It didn't work.
Yeah. Did any of you guys read Why the Last Man?
What?
Why the Last Man. It's a comic.
No.
No,
It's
actually.
by Brian K. Vaughan, you know, the like one of the great writers in comics currently.
I know the
Okay.
comic, I just haven't read it.
No, they're making it. Well, you won't have to soon because apparently they're going to make an FX TV series possibly.
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably read the comic instead so that
Yeah.
I can claim that it was always better than the movie.
Yeah, seriously though, if you haven't read Brian K. Vaughan stuff like Why the Last Man, Ex Machina, Saga, obviously,
Oh,
they're all really good.
He's where Ex Machina came from.
Yeah, Ex Machina is one of my favorite comics.
Did you see the
ever.
movie?
No, that is not based off the comic.
Oh, okay.
Ex Machina is it's about a guy with in a world where there's not really superpowers and like something like just some like meteor comes out of the sky and like hits and he gets the ability to talk to machines and he pretty much gets blackmailed by the government that pretty much tell him not to be a superhero anymore, so he just runs for the mayor of New York and he just like wins because he saves one of the like the towers in the 9/11 because he's just like hey, he commands one of the planes to like turn around or whatever and it doesn't hit and
Wow.
so he's like super popular, so he's like, what do I do now? I guess I can't be a superhero, I guess I'll become mayor of New York. And it's all about like there's not really superheroes or anything in the world and it's just one guy with this power running
There's
New
not
York
really
City.
superheroes, there's just Chip de Blasio or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, just one dude who can talk to machines.
In looking this up on Amazon,
Roll around.
I got an ad for Prime Now, but go ahead, Chirpa. What were you gonna say?
I already said it.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. Yeah, there's an ad for Prime Now. Apparently, you can get free 2-hour delivery from Amazon. Do you use that?
if you live in certain places. I have Prime. I've never used 2 hours delivery. I think you have to pay more for that. It doesn't say free, right?
No.
No, I think it's if you're Prime, they'll give you the ability to get it in 2 hours, but you still have to pay more to get it in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I saw that ad when I was where was I at? I was in Seattle. I was walking around Seattle and they had an ad for that. I haven't checked that out really. I haven't checked out Amazon Music either, which I also get through Prime. The biggest problem I have with Prime is like the movie selection they get is exactly the same as everything Netflix gets.
Yeah.
And now
Hulu
Prime, and Netflix get like the exact same movies, like just the movies. TV shows, they get different stuff, but like movies, they all seem to have the same freaking deal for every single movie.
You know what though? You know what Netflix has that Amazon doesn't have?
Daredevil, Jessica
No.
Jones,
Columbo.
Columbo.
I just love watching Columbo, and Netflix has it, but Amazon doesn't. Actually, let me check that out because they might.
Nah, man, you know what I'm reading at the moment in the way of comics is fucking sex criminals and rat queens.
I'm reading Sex Criminals too. I'm in the second volume of the graphic novel. I'm kind of reading it slowly, but
Nice.
that's a pretty fun comic. Though I left it on the couch and Kaylee got it and started like wrecking the cover. I'm so pissed.
Oh no! What are you
Not to
doing,
mention, my child finding sex criminals.
Yeah, I can just imagine show and tell at her kindergarten.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a bit of an interesting day.
Well, luckily she can't. Luckily she can't read, and she has no real memory at this time.
What if she can and she's just hiding it from you?
But yeah, Sex Criminals. That's really good. That's by Matt Fraction, who is also a really great writer. He did. He writes Spider-Man right now, but he did the whole Doc Ock, which is Bodies with Peter Parker. That's really pretty great storyline.
I'm actually not sure if he's still on Spider-Man.
If he is not, he had just left it around Secret Wars.
Yeah, that's the last thing
Yeah.
I remember him doing other than Hawkeye.
Well, I'm not. I'm
good.
reading. I'm currently in the middle of a project of reading literally everything Marvel put out since they went to the Marvel Now imprint, and I'm not to Secret Wars yet. I'm almost there. But it's pretty crazy reading every single thing Marvel puts out.
Have you been hitting the Matt Fraction Hawkeye? Because it is really
Oh
good.
yeah. Well, I didn't even have to read it for this project because I had already read it.
That's good stuff.
Oh yeah, there's some good. I mean, Marvel. I mean, some of the other stuff's been like kind of a lot, but a lot of it's been really good. I'm trying to put together a panel for my next Zenkai Con to see how that goes, and then maybe I'll bring it into the big time if I do well enough, or who knows. I know I can get it accepted at Zenkai Con, considering I'm the head of panels.
Something collusion.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not bad if the programming is quality.
Yeah, right. Well, let's be real here.
I was just last night. I was invited to perform again at LostCon, and I have no idea what I'm gonna perform there because it's like a sci-fi con, and I'm not the biggest sci-fi dude.
Yeah.
But they get in touch with me because it's the same staff for a lot of the other conventions that I go to, and they're like, yeah, come on over, perform over here. I'm like, okay, guys. I get my parking comped, and my new girlfriend, she's super into science fiction, like the books and old sci-fi movies. So she's super stoked because she's getting a badge to that sucker. So scoring some points with the lady, and
yeah, that's always good.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
There's an email, and I think it's an interesting email that just came in.
Oh
Hold
god,
on.
we're reading Victor's inbox.
Well, hold on.
God.
Relevant. This is relevant to what we were just talking about because the email that just came in is my Synopsis digital media report email. So every day.
Is it about Rat Queens? Because Rat Queens is really good.
No, it's about looks like just a quick scan. It says Netflix lower earnings. BuzzFeed is the top cross-platform video creator, and WWE body slammed its way to #1 on YouTube with 386 million views this month.
Why is wrestling still a thing? I'm just curious. Like, didn't we?
Because it's fun. Come on.
I'm not gonna begrudge
somebody
people
explain.
something like
No, I know. I'm asking. I mean, obviously there was a little disdain in my voice because I grew up. My great grandmother was really into wrestling, so I got to see a lot of '80s like wrestling. But I'm like, I figured that would have burned out by now because
No.
No, it just got weird.
Hulkamania is not a fire that stands alone.
Yeah, I feel
Except in court on racism charges.
True.
Eat
let's
shit,
see.
Hulk Hogan. You are a fucking scumbag.
Well, I mean, like, are there plot? I just don't. What are they? What's the plots of those right now? They just like, is it kind of
The
just like a
plot
superhero
of
comic where you're just kind of
Plot
going
of
on
wrestling
forever?
is not important.
If I
The
could
plot of
explain
wrestling
that,
isn't
I think
important.
I'd have a
Wait,
note
no,
on
wait.
that.
You're saying the plot of wrestling doesn't matter. So what? The
No,
fake art form of
plot-
wrestling
The
is
plot of wrestling doesn't matter. It matters about as much as the plot of any soap opera that's still on TV for whatever reason. No. It's just a spectacle. It's an amazing spectacle, and you can just get caught up in it. And if you're not the type that gets caught up in the spectacle of wrestling, that's fine.
Yeah.
But that's just what it is. It's a spectacle.
Hmm.
You know, it's why there is an American, a Canadian wrestler in Japan right now that uses moves from video games. It's a spectacle.
Well, no. See, that's funny. Now you've just described a reason why it's actually like I'd actually go and watch that.
Oh God, what's his name? Shit.
But I mean, if they were still doing like the same like WrestleMania thing, like or Hulkamania like type stuff, I'd just be like, isn't that like old at this point? But I guess it's matured with the ages.
No, man.
Sure.
They're fucking doing all sorts of other weird shit now.
Yeah, he does the hyper uppercut. I think
Oh,
is
God.
one of his moves.
Monica Mods is playing at me, and I'm not sure from which of these, like, 30 fucking tabs it is.
Oh man, I always hate when something like starts auto playing and you have like 40 tabs open and you're like, which one of these is playing?
Well, the one that's playing has a little speaker icon.
Oh, does it? On what?
Yeah,
in
on
Chrome?
Chrome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Chrome.
I never
Yeah.
I never noticed that.
Yeah. What I wish is there was a way that you could right-click on the tab and just hit mute instead
yeah,
of having
that'd
to
be good.
fish through whatever's going on in the tab to mute.
That reminds me that I have to change that setting that makes my videos not play automatically in Chrome.
Okay, J-Bance is legit freaking me out now because 19 minutes ago, right after we mentioned, hey, I should go and get that Ron Paul It's Happening GIF with Bernie Sanders on it, he shared it to my Facebook timeline. So,
Wait, Bernie Sanders shared it?
No,
Jared. J-Bance.
Oh, okay.
To the show?
I assume he is, considering that's a hell of a coincidence otherwise.
Hey, maybe. I don't know. I'm not seeing. There's no viewers right now.
Maybe he was on at that point. I mean,
Maybe.
geez, how long are you going to watch this live?
There are people who do, and I only know this because I look at the analytics, but there are people who do watch the entire show on YouTube. For some reason, I can't fathom.
Well, actually, no, I can kind of see that if, like, say they put it up just on another window or something while they're playing games.
It just starts
so they've got us
playing
while
from the
they're,
corner.
like, cookie
Okay.
flickering or some shit.
What? What, Scott? What do I do? What is it? You just
Who are
started
you talking
bursting
to?
out laughing. How often do I call you Scott?
Pretty much never.
Exactly.
I actually called Turbo Scott earlier just to make it
Yeah,
more
that's true.
confusing.
What we need to do is we need to get every Scott we know in here at once.
Yeah, we have to get Ruben and that
So,
other guy.
I know. So there's you.
No,
Scott.
There's literally another Scott Johnson on the forums.
Yeah. There's another. I know. There's like 3 Scott Johnsons on the forum.
No, there's two. There's a lot. Don't go too far, man.
There's 2 and I think there's 5 or 6 other Scots, or maybe including
Yeah.
Scott Johnsons. But yeah, there's a lot of Scots on the forum for some reason. Maybe it's just that
It's
generation.
the demographic, yeah. Actually, the funny part is Scott was really popular in the U.S. like 5 or 6 years before I was born. So like the majority of Scots are like 40 to 43 or something like that. So it's kind of funny that we know all these Scots that are younger than that by a good amount. Oh God. 35.
Had a moment of an age crisis there, Skojo.
Jeez. I mean, once you have a kid, you're looking at the kid growing up. That's like constant.
Yeah. I can't. My brother is now making legitimate arguments.
Oh.
You know, to support his various cases, among which being recently getting a Lego Minecraft set.
Why is it that the first thing that popped into my head when you're halfway through that sentence was not to support his opinions or whatever, but it was he's making legitimate arguments to support Bernie Sanders? I'm like, okay.
What?
Your brother's political.
Oh, here's something. Here's a good debate topic. Excessive drinking is draining America's economy.
Oh yeah, I heard something about that on listening to Marketplace today on my way to pick up my little bro from school.
Yeah, apparently it's costing us $249 billion. And that was in 2010. Oof.
So what all that says to me is that we need to find a cure for hangovers.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if that's what the problem is here. I don't.
All that says to me is that you need to up your game, scrubs.
I know, right? We gotta drink more. What the hell? We should be at like $1 trillion.
We need to find out which is cheaper: developing a cure for a hangover, or which one costs the economy more: developing a cure for the hangover, or increasing the overall American alcohol consumption to make the average level of alcohol consumption no longer cause hangovers.
Oh, I found that Mighty Car Mods video. I was apparently watching Mighty Car Mods visits the Bathurst 1000+ Mod Max. So, alright.
Sure,
watch Mighty Car Mods? What's that?
How do you handle your hangovers?
By not getting them.
Yeah, I don't get hangovers either. It's kind of funny.
Me either.
Well, it actually takes effort now that I'm old instead
Yeah.
of young and shitty, but...
Wait, isn't that the opposite of how it usually works? Usually you
I
get,
don't
or
know.
you just drink different things now?
Well,
There was a great gist where they talked about, they were looking into whether the beer before liquor, liquor before beer thing, whether it's BS. And the difference was, it was all about, well, and how it made you sick, and it was because if you drink beer first and then liquor, it hangs in your stomach longer, and therefore you get drunker over time, whereas if you just drink liquor first, it kind of blows through your system. So it's kind of
wait
interesting.
a minute. Hanging in the stomach is.
You want to drink liquor and then beer, because the liquor will get you really drunk, and then the beer after that will just kind of like beer takes longer to digest than straight liquor. Or I should say the alcohol goes into your bloodstream quicker with liquor.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. By the way, The Gist is a really good podcast if you don't listen to that one.
Yes. No, my method for not getting a hangover is basically just drink roughly 12,000 pints of water before bed.
Yeah.
Down soluble aspirin. Then, get up in the middle of the night, piss, drink more water. And then when you get up in the morning, fucking just down another 2 soluble aspirin and you're pretty good.
See, for me, alcohol just flushes through my system quick enough that it just doesn't really have an effect on me. So.
Yeah, well, I find that it's just like the fact that I usually get really nauseous before I get really drunk, so I don't really tend to have any problems on that side either. I'm like, well, this isn't fun anymore. I should probably stop.
Probably.
Huh. Well, that's
I think it also comes down to. I think that may be part of it. Just having an awareness of when to stop, because when you're young, you got all the you got all the peer pressure going. Oh yeah, drink.
Dude,
drink,
you definitely get better at drinking. Obviously, it's a skill.
How's this? Guess who's now standing up for Sepp Blatter and saying he wasn't corrupt?
Who?
The most corrupt man in motorsport, Bernie Eccleston.
What? Hold
Yeah.
on. Oh wow, that's telling. I type in Bernie into Chrome, and the first thing it says is Sanders. I guess he means something now. There you go.
He also went on to say, I don't think there's any place for democracy, full stop, anywhere, before calling Putin the perfect person.
Wow.
Bernie Eccleston is basically just a cartoon villain at this point.
He is.
He is like the Uber of people.
And we all know how you feel about Uber, don't we, Chirba?
Probably.
Yeah. Pretty much. Oh wow, there is some serious sync drift going on Audition right now. Crap. You want to see something funny? Take a look at this. So ideally, the red line on the recording is supposed to be matching up with the end of the file. Hold on.
Yeah.
Straighten in. This is really hard to control in reverse. Here we go. All right, here we go. So now, here's the red line. Here's the end of the file. There's like a solid 3 or 4 second gap in between.
Well then.
That's quite a bit.
Oh hey. Toyota is making a new Back to the Future style pickup truck.
What?
You remember the custom four-wheel drive Ute that they gave to Marty in the end of Back to the Future 1? Spoilers for a fucking 60-year-old movie, you sad pricks.
Oh no, it can't be 60 years old. No, that doesn't make it.
No, it's not 60.
That is a clear exaggeration, guys. Come on now.
I have no, you know what? I have really no idea when Back to the Future was released. I'm thinking that has to be the 80s. Yeah, 80s. Yeah.
But he got that custom black fucking 4x4 from Statler Toyota.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Toyota has decided to make a Toyota Tacoma in the exact same style with like the flared guards, the lift, the big roll bar, the lights.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Toyota planning Back to the Future tribute Tacoma. Nice.
All we need now is for the Cubs to win the World Series.
Did you guys
if
see
it happens,
the,
I'm going to freak out because holy shit, Cubs won a World Series. That has literally never happened in living memory.
Yeah, and it'll have been predicted by Back to the Future.
What was it like the last time? What was it that thing? The last time the Cubs won the World Series, it was some ridiculous thing like, I don't know, the Mesopotamians are still around or something.
It was something like, I think it was at the latest 1905.
Time the Cubs won the World Series. Facts. Okay, that's what it was. The last time the Cubs won the World Series, the Ottoman Empire was still a thing.
Actually, apparently the last Sultan of the Ottoman Empire is alive and or the last heir to that line or some shit like that is alive and is working in a furniture store in New York.
Nice.
Oh, there's a whole BuzzFeed article about what the world was like the last time the Cubs won. The Ottoman Empire, the Austria-Hungary Empire, the Russian Empire, and Persia still existed.
Yeah.
Once I Was the King of the Ottoman Empire doesn't really work as a song, unfortunately.
Both radio and TV were invented. 14 teams were added. Halley's Comet passed the Earth twice.
Betty
The
Davis
NBA,
was 6 years
NHL,
old.
and the NFL were all created. World War One, II, Korean War, Vietnam War, Persian Gulf War, Iraq War, Afghanistan War, and whatever the fuck mess America has created in the Middle East right now, We landed on the moon, 16 US presidents, 11 amendments to the Constitution, prohibition came and went, Titanic was built, set sail, sank, and was rediscovered, Wrigley Field was built and became the oldest park in the National League. Flagpoles were erected on Wrigley Field roof to hold all the team's future World Series pennants, which have since rusted so badly that they had to be taken down, never having been filled. 40 summer and 40 winter Olympics. No, wait, sorry, 40 combination summer and winter Olympics. 13 baseball players winning the Triple Crown, swing music, bell bottoms, disco. Chicago White Sox, Cleveland Indians, Boston Red Sox, and the Florida Marlins have all won the World Series. The Cubs have played 15,000 regular season games. And Alaska, Arizona, Hawaii, Oklahoma, and New Mexico were admitted to the Union of the United States.
Oh, the Titanic hadn't even been built yet.
Yeah,
Plans to build the Titanic had just been approved by the executives of the company that made it. And then, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were on the run in Bolivia. The poor Cubs. I feel bad for them.
I don't feel too bad. They're probably. I mean, those players probably make decent money. You should feel bad. You should feel bad. You should feel bad for the fans.
I feel bad for the people on the Titanic because they're fucking dead.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You should probably. You should probably care about. Feel bad for the World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korean War.
I'm sorry, Chicago. I really like your team, but still. This is just getting beyond a joke now, boys.
I remember when the Red Sox won the World Series, like the whole reverse the curse thing. What the hell is the Cubs' excuse? Are they just a terrible team?
Wait, I'm pretty sure that my grandparents were probably born and died in that time period. In their, in his 80s.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the Cubs have just basically been a thoroughly average team for quite some time.
Have you guys been watching the new Muppets show?
Yeah, a little bit. I've seen the first 3 episodes.
Okay, I think that's all of them.
I have no idea. I just, I've been watching. I got ad-free Hulu, so I've been watching a lot of that because it's now new TV season. So I'm watching Flash and actually, you know what show's surprisingly good this season? At least the first 3 episodes. Gotham, which was all over the place last season, but this season it started out pretty hardcore. It was pretty good television.
You think it's finally coming to its own?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't take it, you have to take it for what it is, and not be why is this Batman Begins? If you take
Batman
it as
hasn't begun yet. He's 12. Fuck off.
No, I know. And the weakest parts of the show for me are when child Batman is running around trying to do stuff. I'm just go somewhere else. Come on.
Let the grown-ups do that.
Yeah, be a good boy. Go to school. I don't know. Go get taught by ninjas how to fight. Stop being a tiny little kid.
Do you know what's the best DC media? I mean, it's completely unofficial, but it's the best one.
The what?
JL8.
JL8. Oh no, I haven't heard of that one.
It's all of the Justice League, but when they're kids, but they're all just wearing the same costumes and everything.
Oh, it's a webcomic.
Yeah, it's a webcomic. Link. Boop.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
This website is the best way to read it because it's actually.
Oh my God! It's newspaper style strip.
Yeah, I know. But Batman is all he's all in the Batman costume and he's so moody stuff.
I'm gonna have to read that. That'll be pretty funny.
Yeah, he's just hilarious. The whole comic is just, and then Superman is all Superman-y.
Man, I gotta say though, Hulu having that no ad version was like a stroke of genius. They not only did they get $4 extra more from everybody, but now
Everybody gets what they want.
yeah, they get exactly what they want.
I might actually get a Hulu subscription now.
It's like a ridiculous amount of anime I have. I could just like watch.
Yeah, that's a part of it. Netflix is not really good for browsing for stuff to watch.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always missing stuff. Like there's stuff that's on there that they're just not showing me that's on that, and they don't ever give me the for being a smart. Like it's supposed to smartly pick what you want to watch. It never. I feel like it's never picking the categories that I really want to look at, and then it's missing them, and then there's just no way to get it on the Roku that I have. Like it's like how do I have to search? Like I'm never gonna find what I want. I just want to randomly look through every single thing you have.
Yeah, just show me literally all of the anime.
Yeah.
And if you're being if you want to be really smart about it, maybe group them by subgenres, like comedies or action. They'll just like, don't give me the weird esoteric category of, smart psychological thrillers, and then have the anime mixed in with the live action shows, or just arbitrarily, put D. Gray Man as part of cartoons.
Man, I guess if Netflix didn't have like really good original
series,
series,
have the
I probably would
blockbuster
have.
problem.
Yeah. What? Wait, what? Oh yeah, a little bit.
They have the blockbuster problem. That's what they're having right now.
Well, I'm just saying if they.
Blockbuster problem for those who don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually confused about what you're referring to.
So the blockbuster problem is that you have these
brick and mortar stores and VHS tape. No.
Right. So in Blockbuster, they had all these shelves, and everything was ostensibly broken up into categories. But their categories were really broad. Like you have action and comedy and drama, and then you have like the nebulous kind of cartoons section.
Yeah.
But there are some cartoons that should not be with the other with like normal kids cartoons. Like I would not recommend. I may recommend to a child, hey, watch Steven Universe. It's really good. I would not recommend them to watch Cowboy Bebop. Even though, yes, they are both cartoons, they are very different works.
I watched Ninja Scroll when I was like 12. I
know. Oh, jeez, man.
That's a bit too early. Man.
The crazy stuff that I watched at a young age.
Yeah.
I had access to
TV.
I had
access when I was like 13.
I had access to HBO. I mean, And then like back then they used to have this thing on USA. It was like USA Up All Night, and like there's like all the like weird like really dumb like breast comedies that were on.
Oh,
breast
like
comedies?
Yeah, like breast comedies. Like there's like National Lampoon movies are now, like but.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a term.
I don't think it's called breast comedies. I forget what it's called. It's like college. It's not even college humor. I forget what it's called.
You're using it.
Chances Porky's and Porn and Chicken and Porky's 2 and Porky's 3.
Yeah.
All that shit.
I just wrote in breast comedy, and then I got breast cancer. That's funny.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like, dude, Google, I guess no one came up with this.
Google, you done fucked up.
Those two things are really not the same.
Wait, breast milk comedy.
What? The fuck?
What have I got into? I looked up breasts. Oh, God. Oh, man. Yeah, it's definitely television watching season for me, though. I just watch all the stupid superhero stuff because I'm, like, into superheroes.
Fucking. Give me a sec, I just need to find a link. Because, actually, I just, speaking of TV season, I have been watching something semi-regularly.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, wait, we were talking about Muppets, and we never quite got into Muppets. We kind of derailed off that topic.
Oh, yeah.
That's because Kermit is fucking some weird anime bullshit pig. I'm just not ready to deal with that.
You know what? They brought Denise into the show, and I think like they kind of just forgot about her.
No, yeah. I mean, it's just they'll really need to deal with her that much, right? It's really supposed to be Miss Piggy and Kermit not together, but really wanting to be together. You know, like
I do not think I
Wait.
do not think Kermit wants to be together with.
he does. He keeps.
Are you telling me that the anime Spark Pig that Kermit was banging is actually Miss Piggy's niece? Because that shit's fucked up.
No. Her name
not-
is Denise.
Denise. Yeah.
Oh, she's Denise, not Denise. Okay.
Oh, there is a new episode of Muppets I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just sent you a link to about a show called Ready for This, and it is actually the first Indigenous teen drama that we've ever produced. And it's really fucking good.
Huh.
I actually been legitimately enjoying it. And it's got Christine Arnoux in it, who you haven't heard of since about 1992.
Is she, interesting.
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a Torres Strait Islander.
I scroll down and there's a picture of someone going like this in the the graphic for the next
Going like
on
what?
BuzzFeed. No, this, the.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, I was just like, wait.
Actually, fucking speaking of BuzzFeed, there's one thing that shits me up the wall more than anything else when people are making fun of BuzzFeed. Also, Scott, if you click that link, it's also actually an animated GIF, even funnier.
Oh, great.
But still, it's when people go, oh yeah, it's going to be on BuzzFeed. Oh, 30 things to make you cry. Number 8 will make you blah. I'm just like, no, guys, that's not the fucking headline style. And considering that you probably linked to BuzzFeed to make fun of BuzzFeed, you could at least figure out the fucking headline style because it's right there on what you linked, you dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the simplest thing in the world. And yet,
so much shit. And they
People
do not
like
deserve
to
it.
hate. I mean, look, I was just trying to hate on wrestling until you told me there was something cool that I'd actually like to check out. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
People like
I
to
mean,
hate.
Oh, I just
Haters-
remembered his name.
Haters
I
gonna
just
hate.
remembered his
Haters
name.
gonna hate.
I got to make sure this is actually his name, but I think I just remembered that wrestler's name. Yes, I did. It's Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega. All right. Now
Actually, speaking of haters hating, I feel a little bit bad for a sick burn I got on Ro the other week. Because she was chatting about football, as she does, because she loves football, and fair enough. And she was talking about the Seahawks, as she is wont to do.
She
And
does.
she
She's
said
one to do
something
that.
about. She said something about knowing how the Patriots fans feel.
Oh yeah, I remember that comment.
And I couldn't help myself. My immediate response was, I'm not sure you do. They've got back-to-back Super Bowl wins.
Yes, we do.
It felt cruel even at the time, but it still felt a little bit good. I must admit.
You got a bit of.
I looked up Kenny Omega on YouTube and I ended up just with a ton of Street Fighter 4 videos. That's funny.
Is he a Street Fighter 4 character?
I guess he just plays it.
No, hit the link I put in the chat.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega, the wrestler every gamer should know.
True.
Yeah. Let's see. Pro wrestler Kenny Omega is a living video game character. His destructive finisher is called the One-Winged Angel, named after Final Fantasy VII's bad boy, Sephiroth.
There it is.
His entrance music was formerly Dr. Wily's stage theme from the first Mega Man. He currently dresses like Liquid Snake. He's visited Capcom headquarters, and one of his signature moves is a damn Hadouken.
Oh man, there is a channel on YouTube that I've been watching a lot of recently because it's pretty good, called Up, Up, Down, Down, and it's hosted by a guy called Austin Creed, and he's a pretty geeky dude. He knows his stuff. He's pretty good. He's also known as WWE superstar Xavier Woods. It's like the last thing I expected to find a WWE superstar doing. But no, he's there. He's making videos about games on YouTube, and they're actually really entertaining. I quite like the guy.
Huh. He looks like a pretty chill dude.
Yeah.
I will subscribe to his channel. Oh man, the banner graphic on his channels is hilarious. He's making like 3 different weird ass faces.
Yeah, man.
Boom.
And also, I do have to
Subscribe
give the
it.
WWE credit. They are fucking on their game when it comes to distributing their content online.
Mm-hmm. They're not making the same mistake baseball is,
Oh yeah.
or
Well,
football.
why would you actually want to watch baseball, dude?
I
I used to
wouldn't,
play
but
baseball, and I still don't want to watch baseball.
yeah.
Yeah, I love playing baseball, softball, I should say,
Mhm.
but I could not watch a baseball game. Then again, I can't really watch any sports because I'm not a big fan of watching sports. I like playing sports.
Yeah.
I was actually
The
pretty
only
good at
sport,
baseball.
there are like only 2 sports that I will watch. I will sit down and watch it for the entire stretch. That's F1 and Rallycross.
Hmm.
That's
I just feel
about
like
it.
most sports I can get the same enjoyment out of like the highlight reel.
Yeah, I must
Yeah.
admit, like long races, when it comes to motorsports, which is about the only thing I can watch on TV, when it comes to sport, even with like longer races, I'll just watch the highlight reel later. I have no fucking interest in watching all bajillion hours of Bathurst 1000. Fuck that. Most of it is pretty boring. Just give me the highlights and tell me who won.
Yep.
I don't have the investment in any particular team to make it particularly exciting.
Boy. Well, I think I need to pass out.
Yeah, I think we've about run this one through.
Yeah,
We've
we've been
got
going for like an hour and 15 minutes.
yeah, yeah. Alrighty then. Well, that's about it. Crab people, crab people, crab people. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.